A message from an alien civilization in an object that fell to Earth back in 1957 warns of the use of nuclear weapons. A miniature UFO contains a message and is in London's Science Museum, of all places. The flying saucer, called the Silpho UFO, has been described as Britain's Roswell and has been kept for decades in London's Science Museum in a tin box. The miniature UFO was discovered by three men in November 1957 in the Silpho Moor area of Britain. Local newspapers reported the incident as a small copper flying saucer found on Silpho Moor near Scarborough. The metal saucer was 16 inches in diameter, weighing 22 kilograms, and had inscriptions similar to the spaceship that crashed in Roswell in New Mexico in July 1947. Inside the object was a book of 17 tin sheets of copper, and each sheet contained hieroglyphs. A local cafe owner, Philip Longbottom, said the translated hieroglyphs contained a 2,000 word message. A translation said that it was sent by an alien called Ulo to warn Earth of the danger of using nuclear weapons, with the chilling message that, quote, either improve or perish, end quote. If this seems improbable to you, let us remind you that Admiral Byrd had been told the same thing, as he stated in his diary. Dr. David Clark, a professor of journalism at Sheffield Hallam University, studied the subject recently after giving a talk on the Ministry of Defence's declassified UFO files. Speaking to the BBC, he said the metal object was initially found by three men after the launch of Russia's first satellite, Sputnik. Doubts about its authenticity abound, with analysis at the Natural History Museum at the University of Manchester saying it's likely to be an elaborate hoax, quote unquote, a classic cover-up tactic. Then why did they hide it for decades if it was a hoax? And why did they have it in a tin box? What did David Clark say? He said, I was surprised when I opened the tin box and saw this. It was obvious this was from elsewhere, and rightly some claimed it was Britain's Roswell. It's amazing that this mysterious object has been in the museum for more than half a century, he said. The object was originally sent to the Natural History Museum in London, where experts said it was probably an elaborate hoax again, because there was no evidence that the metal had come from elsewhere in the solar system and had no elevated temperatures upon entering Earth. But Air Force Chief Lord Dowding believed the object came from space. He said he had personally examined the object in 1959 and saw it was a tiny UFO. Former UFO Brigantia editor Andy Roberts said that the disk was real and very, very similar to Roswell. He said, this is an important discovery. It's surprising to hear that all this time, this mysterious object has been in a museum, hidden in a tin box. Please leave your comments about this, and thank you for your support. Please support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.